Hi, my name is Albilda Sofia Anaya Alegria, and I'm the curator and economist of this installation titled Museo Casa Cautinho y Sua, Romance, Arquitectura y Economía. This exhibit, that is also part exhibit and an installation, is from el Instituto de Cultura Puertorriqueña of Puerto Rico. My parents came here because my father is a United States veteran, so we came to Chicopee. And from Westover, our life begins. I'm 2 years old when they bring me here. My parents are always talking about how beautiful it is to be Puerto Rican, the beauty of the island, and how sunny and warm it is. And I never thought that I was ever going to experience that. Guayama is an exciting city. Think about it this way. When you go there, you walk in and you can feel the great breeze coming in from the mountainside. Then you can feel and smell the ocean coming from the other side. You can feel it in your tongue when you're walking down the street. One of the things that you're going to see is that the structure that it was built by the architects when they were cutting the roads, right? They put the center of this plaza with lots of little humongous trees. And in front of it is the church. Next to it is Casa Cautinho. The Cautinho Insua family were instrumental in building a Guayama that was rich. They wanted to build a Guayama that was internationally known. So the Familia Cautinho Insua bought a piece of one of the 14 sugar cane industries that existed in Guayama. And one of the things that is amazing is that the way the plaza was constructed, the church was the head, was the crown, and this family was the arms of Guayama. On one side you have the Cautinho family home, and on the other side you have the government, and you have City Hall. When you go into this church, you're thinking humongous, right? You're thinking you're going into the heavens. And you have all these statues, all this religious art that is amazing. You have these ceilings that are painted like angels. It's like going into the 16th chapel. You have all of these old architectural wooden carved pieces where you're sitting and you're seeing in front of the benches. It's just a glorious place to be. The Cautinho house is a house built in 1887 by the architect Manuel Texidor. This house is the only one built in this structure. It's neoclassical, it has beautiful pillars, it was built with masonry, it has ornaments that are just amazing. When you walk, you're at a 3-foot level from the street. You can just feel the air when you're walking into this expansive place. Museo Casa Cautinho is one of the standards of high history culture from Europe, from Latin America, from Africa, from everywhere. We had people coming in from different parts of the country during the 18th century. So when you walk in there, you can see the different rooms spread out. You have towards your right the living room, and then you have the dining room, and on the left you have the bedrooms, and you have all the statues that they brought in from Italy and Spain and different places. And you can see there's paintings all over this house, all made out of oil. They were collectors. They collected books. The last Cautinho family there was a bibliographer, and he had tons of preliminary books written with gold ink. They collected history, they collected literature, they collected friends that were all poets and writers and dignitaries who would build a bigger and better Guayama. Choosing, as a curator, choosing the pieces here was very exciting. I immediately knew I wanted to bring the plaza. I wanted to bring the focal points that we have, the church, the Casa Cautiño, the ice cream parlor that is in the corner. A lot of the pieces were immediately in my head because I wanted to create this adventure of, wait a minute, where am I now? The conversation around the architecture was something that I already knew had to happen, but I couldn't bring the blueprints without bringing the photographs of what the actual center of the plaza looked like. Curating the show has been more about me bringing my mother's history, really. Because, you know, I was that little girl when she was telling me about all these stories. She was telling me about Dulce Sueño, the first gayed horse of Puerto Rico, that Don Cautiño was able to put together and build and breed and love like his child. You know, he was the horse that could walk in the mountains of Puerto Rico and not spill a wine glass on his head, and still walk, you know, cross-sided and do all of those movements that gayed horses do. My name is Alvilda Sofia Anaya Alegría, and I'm the curator of this installation titled Museo Casa Cautiño en Sua, Romance, Arquitectura y Economía, based in the city of Guayama, Puerto Rico.